Okay, I am back. It is Thursday, 10:26 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Let's just dive right into it. This is kind of I might have a long stream today. Depends upon how many questions I have, because I haven't done the stream in a while. And I know people have questions on rebranding and technical analysis and whatever else is going on with the staking and stuff. So here I am looking at Million Token on the Dex Tools website. I think the link is in the description down below, along with links to Discords too, and my Twitter page. So I am looking on the 3-day chart right now, and we've got this wall here at about $28. And I think that was because of the liquidity pool. Technically had a wall of liquidity. I don't know for what reasons. There's discussions on it on Discord. You can go to Discord and look for the Lion One Discord, which if you're not already signed up, just go ahead and click below and sign up. Go down to Technical Tim, and you can find me there. And just browse near the bottom, and there's all these rumors and theories of why there was a liquidity wall there, but there doesn't appear to be one now. So where does that leave us? Well, we had a big down candle on the 3-day, bearish engulfing, and then we had a railroad track bullish candle, but we couldn't break through because that wall was there. And then we had this upside down hammer candle, whatever you want to call it, which was kind of bearish. And then you had this indecisive 3-day candle where, you had a big wick on the upside and a big wick on the downside. You don't know what's going to happen. Now with that liquidity wall gone, there's more of a chance of it kind of breaking to the upside, I think. But, this is, I'm not making predictions of, short-term predictions of what's going to happen, a day from now, 3 days from now, or a week from now. I buy the dips, right? I was doing daily videos all the way down here, and Carl and I were stressing to buy the dip down here. And I was saying, when the price goes up, it's going to be a lot easier to hold when you bought down here at $12 or $14 or even $16. So now we're like at $27 according to this chart, $27.60 just about. And yeah, is that right? Let me take a look. Here's that liquidity wall, yeah, which is now more of a bell-shaped curve. Let's see now, trade here. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to find the price of the token. Anyway, I'm just gonna go with the chart here. But I don't always trust Defined or Dex Tools for the accurate price. I would go straight to Swap, and we could just put it in here like 1 million token equals. Let's see now, USDC. Let's see what it says. 20. Yeah, that's pretty accurate today. But I don't always go by the price of the charts. But I don't really care what the price is day to day. So yeah, I mean, we had this giant wick up here to $40. I remember that big party that Carl had on his live stream that I slept through. But then, we came down and we came right back up to like $30. And, or even here, that was $31. And, yeah, I made that meme with the Mission Impossible music. And that was strictly for entertainment. Don't assume I'm buying the dips. I just did that for fun. I am buying the dips. But, to move the price from like $24 to $31, you need like $100,000 or more to do that, right? So, you had this whale here. Let's see, I think it was this one. Yeah, like 2 to 3 days ago, he bought 4,732 tokens, and he's sitting on them. Not surprised. I'm not sure why he's not staking. Maybe he doesn't know about it, or I don't know. But, moves like this is what's going to move the market a lot. That could be time traveler. Who knows? If it was me, I wouldn't buy this so fast. I would slowly bring it up, because if there's an ever dip, you have some dry powder left over. You could buy more million token with your money. So yeah, this wallet address, the D424, he bought the dip. So props to him or her. And then, you had this other wallet address. I think I saw this days ago, 569E1. He bought a whole bunch 5 days ago, all in here. Looks like he's staking it though. Yep. He took an exit stake of 6.7 tokens and then he put it right back in. I guess he was just making sure he could get his million token out. But yeah, unfortunately, he probably had to pay some gas fees for that 6 tokens, but he put it back in, or her. So again, I am buying the dips, but that Mission Impossible thing here is just, I had a couple of videos I had when I was buying it and I threw it in there, and it's just for fun, guys. I was trying to get, the community to, buy the dips, and because that's what I teach, right? I teach buy the dips. So I teach buy down here and hold for generational wealth. So these green lines are kind of like some prices. I was kind of watching if we go down to these. I don't know if we will. If you can catch it at $25, that's probably going to be a good buy. $22 or even $21. Will we get down to these levels? I don't know. I really don't know. This is on the 3-day chart. Let's see what it looks like on the daily chart. So we found support right here on the 21 moving average on the daily. So that's a good sign. We bounced off. We'll see. Like, will we go up to this channel here and maybe get rejected? Who knows, right? So just dollar cost average and hodl. If we go down to these, low levels down here again, I don't think so. We have we had a golden cross here and a golden cross here. And pretty soon this orange line is going to cross this green line, and that's going to be another golden cross. So that's in the daily. And on the 4 hour, let's take a look what's on the 4 hour, if anything's there. So we are getting some resistance on the 21 moving average on the 4 hour. So, maybe we might come down and retest this moving average at $25.44. But maybe by the time we get there, this moving average will creep up. So if it approaches, $26, maybe you might want to be thinking about buying some more. We had a close here at $26.21. So, but yeah, I'm basically just hodling out right now. For me to buy a huge amount of million token like I did back in July, I'd have to cash out some Bitcoin, and then that would be kind of risky right there for me because I would be paying a huge amount of tax on that for sure. And if we have a black swan event like a coronavirus or something and the market tanks, I'm going to have to sell more Bitcoin at a really low price to pay for my taxes. So I really don't want to sell one asset for another, but maybe when it comes to my altcoins, I will. I've cashed out a few of my altcoins recently for more million token when the price drops. My last buy, I think I bought 3 something ETH worth on my video. That was my vacation money. I cashed out like five weeks of vacation time or something like that. And I just bought ETH with it and threw it on Uniswap, right? Was it Uniswap? I think it was. And then I bought some million token with that, like 400 or something like that. Whatever the video says. And then I think before that I cashed out 1-inch token, my airdrops. So I'll have to pay a big tax bill on that. So let's take a look real quickly at Bitcoin. We're at $64,700. It's kind of weird because, if you would ask me, the vibe I'm getting on Twitter is like people are panicking because we were at what, 68 or 68,000, I think it was. Let's see. We were at, $69,000. And it seems like people are panicking that we're below 65. It's just so funny to me. I mean, if you asked me a couple of weeks ago, I would be thrilled that we were at $65,000. Anyway. So, I'm not even really watching the price too much anymore for Bitcoin. I'm a macro guy. The Discord, I posted back on November 8th. So that was 3 days ago. This altcoin chart, I was saying, the alts are taking a breather as Bitcoin blasts off this, 67, 68, 69,000. And I said, I wonder if they're going to find support in the green line here on the daily chart. And you know what? It did, right? This is the daily chart here. Bring it around, blow it up, and boom, right there. Found support exactly on that green line like I thought. People are so predictable. So what does this mean? I don't know. Last time around, the alts had a really hard reset. This time around, they're not really having a reset so much. So, we could blast off. We found support on the green line, and maybe we continue to go up. And let's see what it looks like on the 3-day chart. Yeah, we're below it on the 3-day, but on the weekly chart, it's bullish. We're above the green line, but we're so far above this red line on the weekly. But I mean, that doesn't really concern me. So, I think here we are here today, and I think we were back here. If you had to, look at patterns, you had one hump, two humps here, and we had a hump and a two hump here, and we found support on the green line, and we rocketed. The alts just took off. And, we might have that. Now, if we have a hard reset like we did last time, you could tell that the alts went below the green line for a number of weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 weeks, something like that. But we didn't get that this year. Maybe it'll come later. I'm not sure. But you don't want to miss out this big move. So Ethereum, let's see what Ethereum's doing. Yeah, it's still looking strong to me. I mean, we broke out of this wedge or whatever, ascending triangle, and it's onward and upward, really. Something I was playing around with in at work today during my break. So this is a monthly chart on the BLX. So we had a peak here, and we had a peak here. And look how far down we are on the RSI. We're really far away from the next blow off top, in my opinion. And I've gone over this before, but in the previous cycles, you had like 3 waves. You had one incline, and then you had a steeper incline, and then you had a blow off top. 1 incline, 2 incline, and then you had your blow off top. I kind of think we're kind of still in this first incline, personally. Like you had 2 humps here, and then you had a hump here and hump here. So I think we might be breaking out pretty soon, but there was a really big drop here of like 30% in a month, or I think it might have even been in a week, before we had that next push up, and then we had that blow off top. So if we have something similar somewhere coming up soon, it's like a shakeout, we could see the alts take a beating, and maybe we might get that $20 million token. So, I don't know if that's not going to happen or not. But that's on the monthly chart. On the, let's see now, on the 2-week chart, is there anything here? We have a bullish cross right here on the MACD. So if we start going off crazy, right, that could send us off into this next incline or hyperparabolic, channel, and then have the blow off top. So where does this all lead if this plays out? I think we're going to have a whole nother year of bullish action in 2022. I'm mentally prepared for a blow off top in December of this year for Bitcoin, and then another blow off top for the alts like mid-January. I'm mentally prepared for that. I'm mentally prepared to just cash out and retire. If Bitcoin hits, $135,000, I am more than comfortable for retirement. I could retire now, but the technicals are telling me we're like halfway through this move for the blow off top. If you want to, if Bitcoin goes up for another year, It's going to be crazy. It's going to be like all of 2017, and at the end, it's going to have a crazy blow off top in November, December in the year 2022. So, with people getting smarter and the governments keep printing money, I can see this going for another year, which falls in line with Benjamin Cohen's lengthening cycle theories. We'll just have to see how it plays out, because I have to follow the sentiment on Twitter of all the smart guys and what they're saying, and the YouTubers. Because if you have enough influencers saying that the bear market's going to come in December, and if the on-chain analysis guys are telling me the same thing, then it's good. They're going to influence so many people that are holding to sell. So we'll just have to see if that happens. And if there's going to be a spot Bitcoin ETF that gets approved this year, I mean, that could just push this thing crazy. If hedge fund managers and institutions just FOMO into a Bitcoin ETF, a spot one, especially where they actually have to own the asset, like the Grayscale does. I mean, it's going to push the Bitcoin to like $500,000, maybe $1 million, before it rolls over. I mean, the same thing happened to gold when it got its ETF. So let's see what else there is here. This is a 2-week. Let me see anything on the weekly chart. So I wanted to look closely at this this shakeout right here. So that was over 3 weeks of a 30% incline before it went reversed. So that's going to be painful if we have that like up here. Like we could what happened over here? We hit the top of the channel to the bottom. So if we hit the top of the channel, let's see what happens. We can go up to another 60% increase to $104,000. And then we could drop to, 40,000, 60%. Well, that's a 60% decline. And then we can go up. But I don't know what's going to happen. But I don't, my gut is, and everybody's bullish, too bullish on Twitter and YouTube. I'm not cashing out right now. I'm not going to take the easy way out. I could retire now and be comfortable, or I could wait it out a little longer and have live the real golden retirement years, like, and travel and not have to worry about money. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for this blow off top here on the RSI, the 2-week chart. Once it starts reaching that red line, I'll be more worried about cashing out then. But I'm holding everything right now, and I'm just taking my money from my job and putting it in crypto. I stopped putting money in my 401k years ago, and so that's what I'm looking at on the macro scale. I'm waiting for a possible shakeout and then another incline, and I'm just following the sentiment on social media, whether it's Twitter or YouTube. So I'm not doing daily videos anymore because the hard work was done. Right? If you were scrambling to find dry powder down here between $12 and $16, you're sitting real pretty, right? You doubled your money already. But if we have a shakeout and Bitcoin drops 30% and the alts drop more, 40 or 50%, we could be back down below $20 or $20. I'll be buying some more at $20 for sure. I got like another $9,000 coming in, just cash that I'm going to have on the sidelines. It's not like, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but if I can catch, $20 Bitcoin, million token, I'll dollar cost average that cash, if the price drops, and see what else is going on. Oh, so yeah, milliontoken.org. I like the website. I know there's possible some rebranding, and people have been asking me my thoughts on that. My thoughts are, now's not the time to rebrand. I kind of like the lion, and the lion is in every millionaire or whatever the slogan is. I thought that was kind of catchy. I like the lion because it's kind of a dominant creature. You know, eats dogs and rats and mice and you know, it's an alpha character to me. But I understand that the logo design is similar to another artist. We just kind of tweaked it a little bit or something, or somebody did. I don't know. So I understand there's probably a need to rebrand. But if we could hold off, I would suggest doing that more or less in the bear market. You know, the alts, when the bear market comes, they're going to take a beating, right? You know, Bitcoin usually drops 84%. Alts will take a beating at like 96% drop. Things get done in the bear market. And so when people kind of forget about their favorite altcoin, maybe that's a time to rebrand. But if we have an extended cycle, that might be, let's see now, 2023, at the end of 2023, it was when the bottom might really be in. But I would just say wait until we have a big drop of 80, 90%. In the meantime, you could be working on getting ideas of rebranding, but to rebrand now, you know, people already recognize the lion logo from Million Token. And when we buy on Uniswap or whatever, you get that lion logo up here, whether it's on Uniswap or Polygon or Avalanche or Solana. Now people look for that. So if we rebrand, somebody's gonna have to change all these icons, and I think it just might cause some confusion. But also on rebranding, I wish this wouldn't be considered a meme coin. I was always thought that, you know, even when Andre interviewed me, I said, you know, this is going to be a Bitcoin killer on the tokenomics alone. It's 1 million fixed supply, no coin inflation. That was enough for me to FOMO in. The meme idea, I know Carl had a live stream yesterday and they did a live raid on somebody. And when I saw it live, I think it was during my break at work, I thought his account got hacked. I sent him a message on Twitter. I said, "Who's this guy on your Twitch? Did it get hacked?" Because he's saying all this FUD about it, and then I realized he did a raid, but it kind of backfired because he looked it up, and the first thing he said, he Googled it, and he said that it was a meme coin, and that already put him off. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to buy meme coin. You know, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu have been out longer or whatever." Watch his stream at the very, very end and watch this guy's reaction. It sounds like he's pretty smart and he has some crypto already. And, you know, for somebody, if you tell somebody that's already in crypto who has money and is knowledgeable, and you've got that kind of reaction because it's a meme token, you know, he was really put off by it. So I would say that was definitely a learning experience. I would like to be known as, you know, a good token to have because it's a good store value, and it's superior to Bitcoin in that way if it gets proper adoption. The meme tokens like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, they wouldn't be so popular if they weren't so freaking cheap and have a huge supply. Okay, it's not because they've got a cute dog logo, although that helps. I think it's because, you know, you can get so many tokens for $1, right? I mean, you can't get that with Million Token. So the marketing team, I think, should focus on, you know, smart crypto investors that are somewhat wealthy, because you can only have so many of these tokens out there. Not everybody can have one of these tokens. There's like over 50 millionaires in the world, and there's only, you know, 1 million of these in circulation. So, I'm pushing. I'm not the type of guy that goes out and shills. I'm just saying, hey, if I'm educating somebody, I'm going to say this is a 1 million fixed supply, and there's no coin inflation like Bitcoin. It's backed by the Ethereum protocol for security. We're on like 6 blockchains right now and growing, and the fees are really cheap once you get on like a blockchain like Solana or Polygon. I'm not too familiar with the other ones. I know the Binance Smart Chain's cheap, but you know, I'm pushing Polygon because I'm on it, and it's like less than a penny to do a transaction, or it might even cost me 1 penny to do a limit order. And TechLead, I noticed, made an announcement on one of the Discords encouraging people that are providing liquidity to go provide liquidity on Polygon. And I've noticed it's gotten better. Sometimes even buying Million Token on Polygon was actually better than buying on Uniswap, and I'm wondering if people pulled their million token out of the liquidity on Uniswap for staking. Maybe the rewards are better there. So yeah, so I like the website. That's my thoughts on rebranding. I know people were asking me about that on Discord. And looks good. Looks very educational. The governance system, nice. We've got the ecosystem down here. Nice. We got the featured creators. And I was very honored to be a part of that. And because of that, I listed all my my YouTube's back up. I felt it was my responsibility to kind of do that, right? I got all my videos back up, and they will stay there, just because of Tech Lead putting me up there on the page. And I hope we have more creators listed here, and things are looking really good. So I'm happy with that. And I still post some stuff on my Twitter page, which is now, it's not private anymore. And I did see this interesting tweet by Plan B today. He's got a floor model of 135,000 by December. I'm like, wow, that's the floor model. So let's see now. That's hard to believe. It could happen though. Let's see. We got we go up here to, that's $100,000. Maybe we can hit that and still come down and go up. It's going to be a crazy ride. If we hit 100,000 and go down to 40,000, man, I don't know. If we hit $100,000, I'm going to start dollar cost averaging out, and then if we come back down to this lower channel, I might go back in. We'll just have to wait and see how it comes out. So, Sarah, is anything else? Did I post anything else recently? Yeah, I guess I can close that out. So Tech Dev, this is what he's comparing the 2021 to 2017. And we had that alt reset down here in November, which we didn't actually have. And I was talking about this earlier. So if we don't have that reset, we just launched into the next parabolic move. So that could happen here. But I kind of feel like when we had the reset, it kind of just made everything want to coil up and then spring upward, which, maybe we had that here. It could also just be, we have more adoption and awareness, and people are accepting crypto more often. So maybe we won't have that deep reset, but I'm not selling. And if we have that reset, I'll just buy more with some dry powder, but I'm not selling anything. And Tech Dev also has a newsletter now. And I just bought into it today. It's only $8 a month. That's cheap. And he's one of my favorite followers on Twitter. Here he is comparing Bitcoin 2017 and even the gold, and look how correlated it is. Very, very correlated. So it's only going up. So $8 a month. He's got my $8 a month for a newsletter. I think he just sends it to you in the email. Benjamin Cohen, I subscribe to his stuff too. I pay like $49 a month for that. And honestly, I think I follow Tech Dev more closely. I just don't have time to follow all these newsletters. And there's Willy Woo, right? He's got a newsletter, and also Will Clemente. So Willy Woo, speaking about Willy Woo, he says, the 2022 is going to be a good year. So we're here on this technical analysis chart, just like we were back in 2016, and we just went up for 2 years. So, I mean, this falls in line with my theory that we might, have an extended bull run into 2022. And even we're at these other levels here, we went up, but we had a downturn. We went up here, but that was a coronavirus crash, I believe. But yeah, I mean, here we are at these and we're actually at higher levels now than we were back here. So, I mean, we could go up for a long time. I don't know how people are going to survive not owning some hard assets like Bitcoin. I mean, gold is taking a beating. I mean, I saw all these Twitter posts about inflation and how energy and oil and groceries and all this is going up like so much in percentage terms. And gold's up like what, 1%. I think gold is, people are selling their gold for crypto now. I mean, I don't know how anybody can deny that. So I don't know. Gold is dead. It's been dead. What do we have here? Will. Do I have anything here on Will? I don't think he's posted anything that caught my eye recently, but yeah, I always try to follow his stuff. I really think that Bitcoin needs to liquidate the longs, because if too many people are leveraged long, there's going to be a liquidation process, and when they get wrecked, we'll move up higher. Where are we here? Technical analysis back in Discord. Anything here? I think I covered everything. Yep, people want to talk to me about have me talk about the rebranding. Yeah. So I think I can close that out now. So if you're not followed, follow the Lion Run IO, the Lion Gov. Not a lot of happening there, and then the main one is Million Token that I think is basically run by Tech Lead. And I'm going to close that out. We've got 25.37% staked in that staking pool. Tech Lead has 121,000 left of his stash. So that was today. A week ago, he had 129,000. So he put in like 8,149 tokens into that pool in a week. So that means, maybe he's got 15 weeks left before the staking runs out. I have no idea. Just running the numbers. So where were we? There was talk on the liquidity wall that he put a couple tokens in other addresses that haven't been used yet. Let's see now. That 700 here is in an address just sitting there. And then you see that was going into the pool. The pool. One of these 1,000 is also in a separate address just sitting there. So I don't know what that's for. Somebody suggested maybe it's for, exchange or something. I don't know why exchanges need tokens. I mean, if you're Binance or Coinbase or whatever, let them freaking buy it. Don't give it to them. I don't know why the liquidity wall is there, but he took the tokens out of liquidity and took down the wall, and now they're in two addresses. I mean, if an exchange, if I was going to use an exchange, I have to move my tokens on it, and then somebody else would buy them, or I could buy somebody else's tokens. I don't know why an exchange needs a big bag of tokens. The liquidity is provided by the buyers and sellers. That's just my thoughts. So we have ZT Global. Let's see now, 25.76, 25.75 on Gate.io. The pool is at almost $7 million, earning 18.56%, which is just great. Just great. I mean, I really should be staking, but I just don't need the risk right now. I don't even think it's risky, but yeah, I'm a dinosaur. So don't take my advice. If you have a significant amount of Million Token, you can have a significant amount more with the staking. There's like 1 out of 4 people are staking basically. So 3 out of 4 people probably don't know about the staking, or maybe they're on another blockchain, or they don't feel like they have enough to make it worthwhile paying the gas fees. So the you've got 2 polls on TechLead's website. You've got this one and you've got this one. The white one is just, I think, just for fun. People could put up proposals. And then the more significant one, I think, is this one, where I think it has to be, I think an admin from the Discord has to make the proposal. You have to run it through Discord first, and then if it's serious enough, it gets put here for tech lead to take it seriously. So maybe, an admin might put it here first to see how much traction it has, and then here. But I haven't voted in days or weeks on anything really. So if something's important, just shoot me a message on Twitter. There's so much going on. It takes hours just to follow Carl's nightly streams, which are they were like an hour and a half, then they became 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours long. So yeah, it takes a lot of time to get caught up on all that. But eventually, I don't think I'll be able to get caught up. So if something's really important, just shoot me a message on Twitter, and then, but hopefully I'll find it. The staking's going along good for the Safari NFTs. I think Carl said there was only 5 days left. So November 15th, maybe the new NFTs are coming out, and there's 700 of them. So, and we only have 365, and then a lot of them, the ones at the bottom don't have any million token. They're just addresses. So maybe Carl was saying maybe they get a common one, but we have basically 300 addresses that have some million token in it. And the more million token you have, the higher hearts you have over time, and the more chance of you getting a rare NFT. So I think there were about 400 rare NFTs last go around, and this time with only, I think, 700 NFTs versus 800, maybe there'll be, 300 rare NFTs. I don't know how that's going to work out. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I think we have a better turnout this time around than we did with the Genesis. And yeah, if you're not, it's not too late to stake. Basically, if you have some million token in a wallet on MetaMask, it's easy. Just go ahead and stake and start earning hearts, and you'll get an NFT. I think you're gonna have to pay about $5 to claim it though. So, which is good, right? Because you don't want spammers just throwing a lot of addresses out there, because then they're gonna have to pay $5 for each address to claim an NFT. So that's new. And what do you have here? We have Discord again. I think we covered everything on Discord, staking. And here I am back at YouTube. Let me check out the chat real quick. Let's see now. Remember how to do this. Well, I still have that up, don't I? Sorry about that. People speak that some BT slongs were liquidated in part in the past 24 hours. Do you have a chart or source to watch for this? Not really. But I haven't heard anything really on Twitter. I think, I've seen comments people were panicking about this. Some people were saying, I lost more in the last 24 hours than my net worth last year. Which either they're really new to crypto or they had a huge leverage, but one of them I think was Will. He had tweeted that, Will Clemente. But we're only down. How much was Bitcoin down? I don't think they were down that much. Let's see. Let me pull up the day chart. Expand this out so I can read it. We're down 8.7%. Or we were. We're not down that much anymore, but I don't know. It doesn't bother me. We can come down to this 21 moving average on the day chart, and that's $62,500. And then on the weekly chart, the support somewhere around, 48,000 to 52,000. We can go back down there. We can have that blow off top to $100,000 and come back down to, like I was saying, 40,000. I don't think we'd go down. If we're gonna stay in a bull market, we gotta stay above this. But if we go way up high and we come crashing down hard, it could go into down here, at these low levels on the exponential ribbon like we did down here. We broke through and we just snapped back up. we'll just see what the market sentiment is like. I don't retail is not here as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I've had a couple people reach out to me. It was a coworker of my wife I had to talk with on the phone for a while, and she's only putting like $500 in. So, but people are kind of talking about it, but I haven't gotten like that, you know, high school friend asking for advice, you know. But some people know I'm in Bitcoin, but I don't even, you know, because I used to kind of tweet, you know, talk about it on Facebook or whatever. But I don't do that anymore. At this late in the game, when we're at $65,000 for Bitcoin, you know, I'm not talking to my neighbors about it anymore. I talked to them, you know, when it was like, you know, 6,000 or 8,000, and you know, I'm just wasting my breath if I talk to them now. But if I talk to them now and they FOMO in, and then we have this giant, you know, correction after we hit this 76,000 or 75 or 74,000, you know, they just have no idea. You have to really understand the cycles and be a hodler to not let the volatility get to you. But I don't know about a lot of liquidations right now. I don't think there's enough pain in the liquidations. I know the funding rates, there was some changing there, but you know, I mean, when we get a massive liquidation, you'll know, because we'll have a drop of like 10, 20%. I mean, it'll be like a cascade effect, bang, 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 you know, and it just triggers everybody to sell. I haven't seen that. Let me go back to chat real quick. Yeah, I don't see any questions, but we basically, the comments are basically, I mean, you guys can read them on YouTube. I have it on YouTube. Comments are basically what, you know, I've been saying. You know, on my Twitter page, I should make the, you know, I'm going to focus this real quick. I had a poll going. I didn't talk about it or push it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. It says, does Million Token need rebranding? So I'm gonna pin this. It's 57% no, 42% said yes. So let me pin this right here. Should be at the top. So now if you go to my page, you can vote on this if you haven't already. But I think Carlos had said at one time that, you know, if we're gonna have any type of rebranding, it should at least be 2/3 a vote to pass. But I think in a bull market, you know, you don't want to rebrand, and the bull market might just last another year. We'll just wait and see. Wait for the 80 or 90% drop when everybody couldn't care less about Million Token or any altcoin for that matter, and then you rebrand. But people, you won't have any pushback. You have the diehard people, you know, that will want to change at that point. But I think right now people don't want to. The majority of the people, more than 50% of the people, do not want a change right now. But I understand it's easy to fall into the meme trap. But, you know, look what happened when they did that raid on live Twitch yesterday. The guy was totally put off when he found out it was a meme coin. And, you know, when he went to the Lion One website, he didn't really understand what it was. I think we need to really push, hey, it's a 1 million fixed supply, no coin inflation. That should be like the first thing a noob person sees when they're researching the Million Token. Now, I thought Shiba Inu had a huge inflation, but I found out I think it doesn't. I think it's a fixed supply also, but because there's just so many of them, you get more tokens for $1 or for your money. That always happens in, you know, the FOMO. People just don't want to pay the money for for Bitcoin, and they're going to be like, well, how many coins can I get for, my money? That's why XRP went up so much. And, I think the same thing is going to happen with Dogecoin and Shiba Inu or Akita token or whatever it is. Akita Inu, I think it is. And it's just, you can just get more tokens for your money. So the main thing in investing is time, right? Anywhere you bought in this channel, you did good. Anytime you bought in this channel, you did good. And I think we're at the tail end of this channel. Yeah, you can keep buying on the way up, but yeah, you think $27 is a lot of money? It's not for a million token. Not when we're this early in the cycle. Just dollar cost average. If you're already in profit now, it's a lot easier to buy a little bit of million token on Polygon, as you go. Or if you have a lot of money, just throw it on Polygon, your USDC or ETH or whatever, but just only buy a little bit of million token, over time, but the fees are so cheap on Polygon. You don't have to FOMO in like I did and just put 3 ETH and buy, gobble up some tokens. You could just spread it out and buy a little bit at a time. But the bridge fees, I know the bridge fees kind of suck, but I think Techly was saying, if you can get your money on KuCoin or Crypto.com and you could buy Matic on those sites, you could move it into your wallet on Polygon without paying bridge fees. So, man, I tried that with Crypto.com, but I have to buy with a credit card or debit card, and my bank just charges me like 2% fee. So for me, it's a put off, but I think they consider it a cash advance, and they know it's a crypto related, so I get screwed. I got to look into crypto, KuCoin, I suppose. I suppose what you could also do, was many of us are on like Gemini or Coinbase. You could use that as your, fiat on ramp. Pay the fee to transfer your USDC or Matic or whatever to Crypto.com or KuCoin. And then from there, you can transfer it to your Polygon address on MetaMask or whatever. And that way you're not paying the bridge fees. So, that's an idea. But you're going to have to pay the ERC20, gas fees from your fiat on ramp, whether it's Gemini or Coinbase, to KuCoin or Crypto.com. And I think generally those have been running me under $10. So I try to make it worthwhile. I don't like sending $100 over when I make a buy. For me, it's going to be a couple thousand or whatever, and then I still FOMO in and buy a lot of million token. I mean, yeah, and that's another thing. Like I've got more than 1% of supply, and I think I mentioned I have more than 11,000. It's a lot more than that now, but I'm not going to be talking about how much I have anymore. I think I made a couple buys on Discord, and I said, I bought 2 times today and 5 times today, and just buying the dips, down here in these lower channels. And but you guys are front running me too good sometimes. I never got that $20 buy-in when I was talking about it. So I got to play it smart, but just buy the dips. Look at wherever the high was, which is up here. Right now we're down 27%. 30% dip to 50% dip's always good. So we were down here. That was a 37% dip right there. If we go down to this red line, this moving average here, that's a 45% dip. And if anytime it drops a lot in one day, you could flip it pretty good. Like if it drops like 15-20% in a day, you could buy it because nobody else is buying it. And then when people start, FOMOing in again and raising it up, you could sell it because you were brave enough to buy when nobody else did. If you want to flip it real quick, like this giant candle here, this is a 4 hour mean, that dropped 38% on a 4-hour candle. Nobody's buying it. If you bought it, you could have made 30% profit. And it kind of started rolling over here and it dropped even lower. Anyway, just saying, if you're long term, you don't worry about it. You just hodl. You saw where I think we are in this cycle. We're halfway there, right here. And a lot of smart people on Twitter are saying the same thing. Okay, I think we can end it there, right, guys? Okay, I hope you guys learned something. If you like this, give me a like, subscribe, retweet this. Put this on, Twitter, and get the word out. And I'll do more of these videos when I think it's something new comes around or whatever. But right now, I'm kind of just like hodling it out. We did the hard work already, right? Back here in these low levels. And, if I'm going to buy a bag of million token, it's going to have to be like 30, 40, 50% drop from whatever high we have. And it's got to be somewhere like in the cycle. We're still early in the cycle. But we are getting to this upper range of the channel too, though. So if we hit this channel and we come back down to lower channel, and everybody's screaming bloody murder, I'll be buying. if I have some dry powder, we'll see. Okay, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.